Hello everybody, welcome back to Ray's World. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you subscribe and maybe throw a like on this video or other videos. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it, and I think you all know how much I do appreciate it. In today's video, we are going to be doing another coin roll hunt. I have a $100 box of nickels and their customer rolls, so I'm excited to do that. And I have a $25 box of pennies. So we're gonna coin roll hunt the nickels first and then the pennies, and in the end, stick around because I'll show you everything that we found. Looking for Canadians, I know we'll find some. Silver, that'd be awesome. Wheat pennies are always awesome, Canadian pennies. Anything old, unusual, worth keeping, proofs, buffaloes, V-nickels. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, here we go. I thought I would start with this one because most of the wrappers are like this and like this, and this one was a little different, so I thought that would be cool. Not that it really means anything, probably not, but hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Let's see if this person left us anything that is good. All right, well, nothing in that first roll, but that's all right. We'll just keep going, and I will come back when I find something awesome. Hey, we got a Canadian. It's a 1972 Canadian, which means it's not only magnetic, but it's also 99% nickel. So very cool. Got a separate jar that I keep my nickel Canadian nickels in. Not that I can melt them or do anything with them, because, oh, there's a 75 Canadian. Didn't even see that. There's a 42 Jefferson right there. First Jefferson find. It's a 42 Denver. Very cool. Anyway, not that I can melt nickel, because that would be awesome if I could. And I could pour a bar of nickel, but my furnace doesn't get hot enough. I wonder if my Devil Forge gets hot enough. I'm thinking we're going to have to try this. Anyway, here is a 46 Jefferson. Lots of finds coming out of this roll. Let's see if there's anything else. Well, that was it. We'll just keep going. I did have a Canadian Ender. Let's take a look at that one real quick. It's a 1987. 1987. So these are not magnetic like the other ones are. I think it's 1982 and below, or 1981 and earlier. I see another Canadian. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot. Ooh, 1966. 1966 Canadian. This may be the box of Canadians. There's 1940. We've got one. It's not a US. It looks like a euro from the front. It's got the sea turtle on it. It's a 10-cent euro. Nope, it's Cayman Islands. Sorry, it's not a euro. It's 1982 Cayman Islands. And that's really awesome. Love getting those non-Americans like that. And it looks like that was the only thing in the roll. All right, we're gonna keep going. So 1947, I've had a couple of other Canadians, mostly modern, but it looks like a 1947 San Francisco. Very cool. Well, that roll wasn't too bad. We got a really tarnished 1941. I believe it is a Philadelphia. I don't see a mint mark there. It's a little difficult. And a 1946 as well. Got a couple of finds in this one right off the bat. 1990 Canadian. We got a Younghead Canadian. Very cool to see that. It's a 1962. There's the 1990, and we got a 1946 US. Very cool. Just about every roll has had some finds here. We've got a 1939. We'll take a look at that in a second. Another Younghead, a 1964 Canadian. Let's go through it real quick, and then we'll take a look at those two. Okay, nothing else in the roll. There is the 1939 Philadelphia. Here is the 1964 Canadian. Love those. As I always do, I check those for a double die on the Monticello and 5 cents. Not this time. Whoops. 2 finds in that box. It's a 1946 and a 1941. Doing really, really well in this box. We're officially at the halfway point, and that is a lot of finds, including this almost entirely unrecognizable parking lot coin. So let's keep going, see what else we can find. We got a Buffalo nickel here, guys. Very, very slick. It's a no date, but still a Buffalo nickel, so very cool. I also got a 1948 Philadelphia in that roll, but that Buffalo is pretty darn cool. Let's see what else is in this roll. Looks like nothing. Looks like that was it. So a Buffalo and a 1948. Very, very cool. All right, nothing in this roll except a couple of Canadians. It's definitely been the box of Canadians here, which is fine. It's a 1984 and a 1986 pair of Canadians. Got quite a few. Only got about 5 rolls left in this box. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to jump right into my pennies. So stick around. We are going to go over everything once we get through with the pennies. I love these boxes because I love having my rolls standing up for some reason. Kind of the way I like them. Let's see what we've got. Let's see if this penny roll is going to be as good as those nickels. Well, nothing in the first roll, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be as good, so stick around and let's get through these. Here is our first wheat penny right here. Let's just let it sit right there. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else. I have had one other Canadian. Oh, look, another wheat penny. Have had one other Canadian in this box so far. We're in roll number 4, and it was a 2000 Canadian. So yeah, it was a 2000. It was zinc. Let's see what these 2 wheat pennies are. Very, very cool that we've got 2 of them in the one box. And it's too close to me to read. So 1949 Denver. And let's take a look and see what this one is. 1950. Looks like it has a mint mark. I can't tell what it is. Bit of corrosion there covering it, so I can't really tell what it is, but 1950 and a 1949 Denver. Very cool. A good start. I like seeing that. There's a wheat penny right there. Found a Canadian in the last one. Actually, a couple in the last couple. Let's see real quick. Oh, doesn't look like we have one. So it was a 1982 Canadian. Very, very common. Looks like we have got a 1945. Very cool. Roll number 9. This is roll number 10. All right, well, we've got a 1946. 1946 wheat penny right there. Very, very cool. There were a couple Canadians that came out of the last few rolls. Keep going. Roll number 15. Another wheat penny here, just a single roll later. Very cool. Here, what do we got? 1945. 1945 wheat penny. Racking up the pennies just as much as we racked up the nickels. Very next roll, we got another wheat penny. It's a little bit older. A 1941. 1941 wheat penny and a 1974 Canadian. More copper Canadians coming out of the box. Okay, not a Canadian, not a U.S. Oh, there's another 1941 Canadian. I just looked down and saw that King George. But here we have Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Nice. Love that starfish. That's so cool. Your money's way cooler than us. I mean, you know, a dead president is pretty cool. But starfish? I don't know. All right, got 3 here. One is a 1969 and a 1986 Canadian, but we do have a wheat penny, so let's take a look at that. See what That is 1957. A little bit of corrosion on it, but that's all right. A 1957 wheat penny. We're halfway. This is a halfway point. Roll number 25. Halfway through the box of pennies. Cool. Yeah, 2 wheat pennies in that roll. Pretty good box in terms of wheat pennies here. Let's take a look at these. This one's got some really cool toning on it. 1942 Philadelphia wheat penny. And this one, 1957, looks like Denver or San Francisco, I can't tell. I think it's a Denver. 1957 Denver, very cool. That is half the box. Okay, so we got a really nice find right here. I think we're gonna have to take a picture for a thumbnail. Look at that. It's a 1958 uncirculated wheat penny. That is in fantastic condition. How awesome is that? I'm gonna set that one aside because we're gonna use that for our thumbnail picture. Okay, we've got another wheat penny. These 3 Canadians came out of other rolls. Looks like 1947. Very cool. A 1947. These are all copper Canadians. Keep going. We're just about done. Looks like we got another wheat penny in this roll. A couple of Canadians as well in this roll. It looks like 1946. 1946 wheat penny. 77 and a 76 Canadian. I left my glasses at work, so I really can't see the dates very well. Okay, we've got our last roll. It's the last roll that we've got here. And then we're going to go over this giant pile of coins. Holy cow, it's going to take me forever to sort them out, but that's okay. A couple more Canadians here. Let's move those. Here we go. Let's see. Is the last roll going to be as epic as the box? Hey, we got a Canadian. How about a wheat penny and a Canadian? There we go. Okay, nothing else. 1 wheat penny and 1 Canadian. Here we go. Take a look at the Canadian. It was a 1964, which makes it a young head. Very cool. And then our wheat penny. 1956 Denver. 1956 Denver wheat penny. Okay, let's go through all of these. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Get these organized. All right, now that we've got it all sorted, let's go over everything. There were 14 Canadian nickels. There was 1 nickel from the Cayman Islands. It's got the turtle on it. Ended up with a parking lot coin that's pretty trashed. You can barely make out that it was a nickel. So I'm just going to put that in my junk bucket rather than try to take it back. I ended up with a 1939, a 1940, 2 1941s, a 42, 5 of the 1946s, 2 47s, and a 48. In the pennies, we had 1 penny from the Bahamas. Love that starfish on there. 2 1941 Canadians. Those are King George VI. We had a 1964 Canadian. That is it's a young head. There are 4 zinc or steel Canadians, and I think they're all zinc. Yep, they sure are. We ended up with 26 copper Canadians. Wheat pennies, we had a 1941, a 1942, 1944, 45, 2 of the 1946, 47, 48, and 49. In the 50s, we had 256, 2 1957, and then this gorgeous 1958. Absolutely beautiful, uncirculated wheat penny. Absolutely fantastic hunt. That's what that was. A lot to sort out, a lot to put away. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you soon.